Like the business is completely non-existent without publishers. So we definitely need publishers or app developers that will come, work with us, understand how our technology works, and integrate our SDK.
If you had to describe this week in one word, what would it be?
Unpredictable.
So what roles I'll be thinking then?
Well, can we start with the tech side? Because I'm a little bit concerned that we have generalists, but what about the iOS side? Like, who's the rock star ninja in iOS?
It's very difficult to find people that are willing and able to really come in and own specific aspects of the business. For the ones that we bring in, the majority, I feel, don't know what it takes to work at a startup.
We saw a sort of CV come through the inbox one day that applying for a position we've got on our website. This is an iPhone developer. And then we just took a double take again when we looked at the name, and it was actually one of our clients. So we were like, okay, well, what's going on here? And he was saying like, all right, well, actually, I really believe in what you guys are doing, and I'd like to be a part of that. We're exploring potentially bringing him on board because that's the best thing if someone really knows the space and has that motivation that this idea is something that I see a need for, I would use it.
I'd want to know which kinds of ads are being shown, how often they'd be shown.
I suppose you want the ability to manage the actual ad campaigns.
The ability to manage, the more control I have, the lower I'd expect.
So what do you want?
Like a guaranteed first showing. The user can skip the ad, but the CPM should be based on the views.
I realised that this is what we want to move towards.
Yeah.
Right now we need the data, so it'd be silly for me or Brian to say, sure, we'll do that if we don't know how it's going to perform. Yeah. But right now it'd be foolish for me to expose our company to such risk. We went through the interview process, everything seemed to be okay, but then we realised actually there's a conflict of interest. He has his own portfolio of mobile apps and he wants to work for us full time. This isn't going to really work. For us, this is a very unusual circumstance. Yeah. I mean, I'd love to say all our alpha customers want to work for us, but we only have a select group of alpha customers anyway. Yeah. Even if we don't proceed, for whatever reason, the customer and client relationship will still be intact.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, I think he would be a good developer. I think he has a lot of iOS experience. Yeah.
I think he might get a little bored, though, with just having...
It's a question of fit.
If he just has to just serve video ads all day, I think he might get a little bored.
The conflict of interest here, though, is unavoidable in that if we're bringing revenue for his own apps and he's also working for us. Yeah. He agreed to a deal, and I also told him, look, I've got some big advertisers lined up. I'm going to call them and say we're good to go. And he said, sure. Raul emailed saying no longer wants to be part of the program. And then he sent another email saying, you know, the reason is because decided not to accept the job offer with Vungle. He pulled out, and we were shocked. We weren't expecting him to pull out. We put all our eggs in one basket in terms of the alpha developers we're working with, because I say we want to work intimately with all our developers. We were complacent. We didn't really try to get other developers onto our alpha program. You know, we took the gas off the pedal a bit. Suddenly Jack and I were like, oh my God, we have no live publishers. We have advertisers we've just committed to. We're suddenly trying to get this website and press release sorted out, and why? We should be getting publishers. We're putting way too much time and effort on the website and press release. So that's how the week started.
We feel, for example, that we've got a very time-limited opportunity. Stuff moves so fast that if we don't move at lightning speed, somebody else will move faster or will miss the window of opportunity. And I feel when working, and I think it's really good to have this paranoia